Good morning, students. Next topic of our admission in partnership after revaluation is adjustment of deferred revenue expenditures, adjustments of reserves, profit and losses. As you know, deferred revenue expenditures are revenue expenditures which are written off in more than 1 year, means which are not deducted in 1 year, but they are divided into more than 1 year, because their benefits are available in more than 1 year. That's why they are deducted in more than 1 year. So, adjustments of deferred revenue expenditure. Deferred revenue expenditures are revenue expenditures written off in more than one accounting period, considering its benefit will accrue to the period in which it is written off. Means in which we are writing off in those periods its benefit will be there. That's why we are writing off it more than 1 year. Now, what is the journal entry of this? How, if there is a, it will be on the asset side, it will be written deferred revenue expenditure. Take an example, advertisement suspense. So, how will you pass those entries? You will pass it by debiting it to old partners capital account. So, see, old partners capital account debit to advertisement suspense account. In which ratio? In old ratio. So, take an example. Suppose advertisement suspense is written in the balance sheet 30,000. 3 partners are there, A, B, C, and their ratio is 1:1:1, and D is admitted. So you have to write off this advertisement suspense. How will you write off? Old partners means A is capital account debit, B is capital account debit, C is capital account debit to advertisement suspense 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 30,000. Clear? Next, accounting of reserves and accumulated profits and losses. At the time of admission of a partner, there is balance in reserve accumulated profits also in the balance sheet, which have to be distributed among old partners. So firstly, you have to distribute these things. See, if you have a credit balance in profit and loss account, then profit and loss account debit, general reserve account debit, workman compensation reserve account debit, investment fluctuation reserve account debit. Any this kind of reserves are there, you have to debit them and credit to old partners capital account in old ratio. And if there is a loss, if there is a debit balance in P&L account, then old partners capital account to profit and loss account. Clear? Further, these entries are already made clear to you with proper illustrations, so I'm just going to recapitulate them once. Now, workman compensation reserve is debited, but if there is no claim against workman compensation, then the same entry you will distribute the whole reserve among the old partners. But if there is a claim, then what is the entry? If claim is less than reserve. This is already being done, but once let us recapitulate. So entry will be workman compensation reserve account debit to workman compensation claim account to old partners capital account. Second case, if claim is equal to the reserve, means full claim is, the amount of reserve is gone in claim, then workman compensation reserve account debit to workman compensation claim account. Same, when claim is more, here you have to open a revaluation account. Workman compensation reserve account debit, revaluation account debit to workman compensation claim account. And that revaluation is a loss, so old partners capital account debit to revaluation account. Same is the case of investment fluctuation reserve. Okay. Next is an important question, beta. If you have been asked कि adjust reserves, accumulated profit and surplus by opening or by passing a single adjusting entry, so how you are going to do? Firstly, you have to calculate net effect. How? You have to add balance in profit and loss account, that is accumulated profit. In that you have to add reserves. If there is any loss, you will deduct. If there is advertisement suspense, you will deduct. You are going to get net effect. Then you will calculate gaining or sacrificing ratio, old ratio minus new ratio. After that, you will calculate shares of gaining and sacrificing partners, and then you will pass entry Gaining partner's capital account debit to sacrificing partner's capital account. So this is the only one adjusting entry. Instead of passing all the entries, when they say you just pass an adjusting entry. So this you have to pass only if question have asked you. Okay. Next, I have solved a sum for you, and your homework will be that you have to solve till sum number 56. Sum number 56. A is to B is to C. Ratio is 6 is to 3 is to 1. D is admitted. So D is into the partnership. New ratio is 3 is to 3 is to 1. Now you have to calculate net change in value, where general reserve is 1,50,000, contingency reserve is 60,000, profit and loss credit balance is 90,000, minus advertisement suspense 1,20,000. General reserve, contingency reserve and profit and loss account you have to add, and only advertisement suspense you have to deduct. After doing so, you got 1,80,000 your net change in value. Now calculate new ratios, old minus gaining and sacrificing ratio, I mean to say old minus new. A share is 3 upon 10. How? 6 minus 10 minus 3 upon 10. B, 3 minus 10 minus 3 minus 10 is 0. C share is 1 upon 10 minus 3 upon 10. C is gaining here. It is minus 2 upon 10. And D share is 1 upon 10. So now your gains. First is A share. A sacrifices. 1,80,000 multiply 3 upon 10, 54,000. C is gain. 1,80,000 multiply 2 upon 10, 36,000. And D is gain. 1,80,000 multiply 1 upon 10, that is 1,80,000. So what will be your entry? Gaining upon sacrificing. So your entry is C's current account debit, D's current account debit to A's current account. Okay, this is your entry. This is your single adjusting entry. Now with this topic we have completed partnership till 80%. So you have to complete all the sums till 56. After that we will be getting clubbed sum and adjustments of capital. Okay, so solve them. If you have any query, let me know. Okay, thank you.